Most agencies measure what they spend, how many phone calls or leads they got, and then how many signups or retainers an attorney got. So you end up getting your total spend, your cost per lead, and then your cost per acquisition or cost per client, right? I think that's just way too basic in a really competitive and a really complex digital marketing landscape. Ultimately, we measure spend. Of course, we need to measure leads, your cost per lead, but the next layer is relevant leads. So what percentage of your leads are relevant to your practice area, right? So then we can get to your cost per relevant lead, or a CPRL. Then we get a relevant lead percentage right under that. And we want to always measure, of all the calls coming in, how many of them are really dialed in to your practice area. Then we find out how many of them are retained, and then what is your CPA, or your cost per acquisition. Then we measure a really key metric. It's what is retained as it relates to what's relevant. So if you really want to do this at scale, if you really want to get clients at scale, you have to measure spend, leads, relevant leads, retained leads, but also what percentage of your retained leads came from your relevant lead volume. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work to measure this data, these metrics, but our system has a lot of automations, and we work with intake all the time to make sure that the data is super accurate.